In March 1968, a Soviet Golf II class submarine, the K-129, plummeted toward the ocean floor, 1,500 miles northwest of Hawaii. It carried 3 nuclear ballistic missiles and the holy grail of intelligence, cryptographic code books. The Soviets spent months searching, their sonar pings echoing through the empty deep, but they found nothing. However, 16,000 feet below the surface, the Americans were already watching, using a top-secret network of underwater microphones called SOSUS. The U.S. Navy had triangulated a massive acoustic event, the sound of the K-129 imploding. The Soviets had lost their sub, but the Americans had found a treasure chest. The only problem was that it was resting at a depth where the pressure would crush a person like a soda can. No one had ever salvaged anything this deep, let alone a 2,000-ton submarine. The CIA knew they couldn't just drag a hook across the seabed. They needed a specialized vessel, something that had never existed before. This led to the birth of the Hughes Glomar Explorer, a 600-foot-long engineering marvel. But you can't just build a massive ship equipped with a giant mechanical claw in plain sight without people asking questions. This is where military might met the absolute peak of political power. The CIA approached the world's most famous and reclusive billionaire, Howard Hughes. Together, they crafted an elaborate cover story that the Glomar Explorer was a deep-sea mining vessel designed to extract manganese nodules from the ocean floor. It was a lie so convincing and so public that it actually birthed the modern deep-sea mining industry. While the world watched Hughes embark on a new commercial venture, the CIA was secretly funding an $800 million heist. The technical challenges were staggering. To reach the sub, engineers designed a capture vehicle nicknamed Clementine, a massive steel claw with 8 tines designed to cradle the K-129's hull. This claw would be lowered through a hidden hole in the ship's belly, known as the moon pool, using miles of heavy steel pipe. The ship had to remain perfectly stationary in the rolling swells of the Pacific while lowering a 3-mile-long tether. It was like trying to lower a needle on a thread from the top of the Empire State Building to pick up a coin on the sidewalk during a hurricane. Every piece of equipment had to be custom, built to withstand the freezing temperatures and the bone-crushing pressure of the abyss. On July 4, 1974, after years of development, the Glomar Explorer arrived at the recovery site. For weeks, the crew worked under the watchful eyes of Soviet surveillance ships, who believed they were merely witnessing a billionaire's mining experiment. Deep below, Clementine finally locked onto the shattered remains of the K-129. The lift began, a slow, agonizing process of pulling thousands of tons of steel up through 3 miles of water. The tension on the pipes was immense, and the ship groaned under the weight. Suddenly, a massive shudder ripped through the vessel. One of the giant fingers of the claw had snapped. As the crew watched on closed-circuit monitors, 2/3 of the Soviet submarine broke away and plummeted back to the ocean floor. The section containing the nuclear missiles and the code books was gone. The mission was a partial success, recovering the bow, which contained 2 nuclear torpedoes and the bodies of 6 Soviet sailors. The CIA gave the men a formal military burial at sea, filmed in secret and kept classified for decades. The recovery was a triumph of engineering and secret operations, but the political fallout was just beginning. In 1975, the story leaked to the press, leading the CIA to develop the now famous Glomar response, where they would neither confirm nor deny the existence of the operation. Project Azorian stands as a testament to the lengths a superpower will go to secure a military edge. It's the most expensive intelligence operation of the Cold War. Billion-dollar gamble that proved that even the bottom of the ocean isn't deep enough to hide a superpower's secrets. If you're liking the video, please remember to subscribe to Sword and Pen, where military might meets political power.